lined up on the grid as they wait for the lights to go out. The revs are building. Let's go racing.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another round or off-season round of wheel-to-wheel racing. Tonight we're at Sardinia and we're in the WRXs and the Mitsubishi Evos. Tonight I'm joined by Viper's Fang. Nice to have you.
Hey, good evening. How is everybody?
And on visuals we have Dodgy86.
Thank you, Adam. Happy to be here, mate. It has been a long week getting to this race, dealing with the quibbles in GT7, so totally looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be an interesting stream. GT7 has thrown us a few quirks with streaming, so we'll try our best to get through tonight with no dramas. And on that note, let's kick it off and get this race on the way.
Kick it off, sounds good. Here we go, gents.
Yes,
we have a problem, fellas. Here's one of the quibbles of wheel to wheel. Hold on.
Beautiful.
It's given us... Let's go. Right, it's saying the operation could not be completed because some players are still initialising. The only thing is we have no one initialising.
Fantastic.
Maybe Viper, were you planning on racing?
Yeah, but I'm out. Oh, hang on a second. Let me just see if I have checked out. Yeah, there we go.
Check out.
That might help.
See if
I'm
that
still
helps.
ticked in.
I don't want to race if I'm ticked in. Yep, nah, we're not getting a race out of this one, fellas, so it is not playing fair. What we're going to do... Okay, we're going to... If I can get everyone back into the pits. Everyone go to the pits. We'll start from a rolling start out of the pits. I know all the drivers can hear me at the moment, so if we can all get back into the pits, that would be awesome. Let me just get out and see that we're all in the pits now. Certainly looking that way. So what we're going to do, fellas, when we go out, hopefully that will start a lap count from everyone's timers, and we are doing it to 35 laps. So what we're going to do is have a rolling start. So if we can all just file out of the pits now, we'll all be starting on our timers on lap 1. And we'll get into the formation lap. So it'll only be one formation lap, and we're forming up. I can give you the start of our formation here. We'll be forming up behind Ando and Zoo. So those two guys are going to be the front rows, the front row, and these guys by the end of close to the end of the third sector, the straight just before the second last corner, should be formed up into a full grid. So most of them know where they're going to be forming up. We'll just wait and see what happens. Over to you, Adam.
Yeah, so we've hit our first snag, but we'll try our best to get through this. Yeah, so the guys will roll and start.
Still in the pits.
Is he?
Someone's still in the pit, did you say, sorry?
Ando. Yeah, Ando. No, he's coming out now.
Coming out now.
Yep.
But he'll come flying past pretty quick.
Yeah, so the boys will line up. Ando, we had a 30-minute qualifying session last night, and Ando took out the pole position for today's race, so he'll come out to the front and lead the guys around on this formation lap. and once he gets past the second to last corner, everyone should be lined up behind him, and then he'll lead us. And yeah, he's got a certain time to start the race, and he's got to do it before the start-finish line. So we're in WRXs and Evos tonight. They've got to have a minimum power rating or PP of 700 and a minimum weight of 1,100 kilos. What are you looking forward to tonight, Vipers, Fang?
Oh man, honestly, I'm just looking forward to having some racing back on. Like it's been forever since the end of season 9, or feels like forever.
Yeah, it has been a long time.
We're good to see all the boys back out in track, and it's definitely going to be interesting to see what GT7 throws up for our first, first full race of the off season in GT7. So yeah, it's going to be super interesting.
Righto, drivers at the rear, start catching up. You're going to need to get down to 80 k's in this next straight coming, and get ready for the start of the race.
So Endo's just holding off until all the boys get lined up behind him. People at the rear just catching up. Okay, so we've got Endo, Zoo, and next to him in second. It's a little bit hard to get the positions as everyone's mixed up at the moment.
And he's gone. That sounded like him revving the tits off it.
Yeah, and he's already pulled a gap. He's already, on Zoo, so Endo with a good start there.
So, as well with these quibbles, unfortunately my leaderboard on our screen is not showing the correct race data at the moment. Hopefully it will catch up, but Oil in My Blood is not in the lead
Zoo.
for everyone out there.
That's a good catch. Good catch by Zoo. Very out of shape coming down that little straight.
Oh, and Brutal getting very sideways there, and he's on the grass.
And back across traffic. Yep.
Oh.
It is very touch and go out there.
There's some Bossman Squiddy's got some scrapes on the side of the car there. Might have been from Brutal's excursion.
Yeah, Endo's pulled out a nice lead so far. We've got DJ Stefko behind him in second, and Corbin, CCH in third at the moment.
And what livery has Corbin got on tonight, Adam?
He is in the Peter Solberg 555 WRX.
Is it Peter or Petter? Is it Petter?
Petter, I
Solberg,
believe.
yeah.
Petter Solberg, yeah.
Peter Solberg actually won the World Rally Championship in 2003.
Holy dooly, you've been doing some research.
Oh.
I have. Yeah, Peter Solberg raced in the WRX from 2000 to 2008.
Broken Spoke and CS Packer are going at it. Coming down the main straight. Someone's going to give. Oh, Packer's deep on the brakes. Is he going to pull it up? Nicely done.
So I'll ask a silly question here, gents. Packer is in the black and green livery, is that correct?
Yes.
And Broken Spoke is in just a plain blue WRX?
Correct.
Awesome, because Broken Spoke's not showing on my leaderboard even though I can see him on track. So
yeah, he's not showing on mine either by the looks of it. No.
What I might do to make this easier is put, as we've seen Corbin turned around, I'll put the drivers' names up so everyone can see it.
Brutal doing some more synchronised spinning in the backfield.
And also, unfortunately, we are going to be, I'll put the apologies in now, a bit sketchy with the stream. We cannot use keyboards at the moment with GT7, so we don't have any of our old favourite tricks. No replays.
Jones is around as well. Yeah, to be completely honest with everyone, GT7 has thrown us a massive curveball with the way they've set up their multiplayer lobbies, and it's definitely nothing like Gran Turismo Sport, so yeah, just bear with us.
But we are up to lap 3.
It's definitely a challenge for everyone involved in the organisation, and I'm glad I'm glad it's you guys and not me. I've got to say that, to be completely honest, because yeah, it seems like it's going to be a bit of a nightmare until Polyphonia can get their act together and get it sorted, and hopefully they will shortly.
Yeah, so our official start date for Season 10 is May 1st, so we've still got a little bit of time for them to do some updates and hopefully sort it out. And we'll do everything. If they don't do any updates, we'll do everything we can to figure out how we can make Season 10 start on May 1st.
Two Evos out the front, Ando and GJ Stefko.
Oh, as oil goes sideways in the background.
Yeah. Also, Oiley's in an Evo as well.
Yeah. And Squiddy, so the top 4 are in Mitsubishis, and our first.
I was just going to say, Squiddy's in a different Evo to everyone else. He's in the Evo 6, which I believe is his real life car as well.
Yeah, well, they must pay well for you to be the big boss man of wheel to wheel. If you can afford an Evo. But no, I know he's had that thing for a long time, so it's he certainly loves it a lot.
Yeah, so my leaderboard's showing off quickest lap. Is that what you guys are showing?
Yeah, it looks like it.
It looks, it's chopping backwards and forwards, so unfortunately. So, as for the lead, we know Ando's up there in the lead. Nothing we can do because the race didn't start the way we wanted it to, so we'll all follow Ando's lead.
DJ Stefko's about half a second behind Ando at this point, just going by visually on track. And then Oil's a few seconds behind DJ, and then
Zoo
probably a second and a half behind Oil, with Squiddy close behind, closing in.
And we've got a few drivers in chat as well. I'm just wondering if we could get a word from Ando, if you can hear us. If you're comfortable giving us a word.
Yeah, g'day boys.
Hey, how's it going out there, man? Out in the front with the clean air, enjoying yourself?
Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, I noticed that you've got a wicked stance on that car. The rear is slammed and the front is in forward drive mode.
It is.
You just talk us through that, the reasoning behind that.
That's just to get my PP down, to be honest.
Okay.
So the minute I lower the front of the car, my PP goes over the limit. So tends to not drive too bad.
Keep it clean. Those jokes are never going to get
There's always one, isn't there?
It's never going to get.
So I notice you're sporting a new livery. Has that given you a few extra tenths tonight, Ando?
Yeah, it's got to be worth half a second, don't you reckon?
Half second? I don't know. Yeah. Are we going to break the 39 tonight? You were awfully close to it in quali last night. You're butter bees off it, so What do you reckon tonight?
The race tune's a little bit slower than the quali tune. So
well,
you guys
41 is
guessed
not
my
bad.
strategy so far, but yeah, try and stay in the 42s for most of my stints.
Yep. Well, I would imagine, what are we on, lap 5 now? Probably another two laps or so until we see people starting to come in. But Ando, I have no doubt that you're going to be another 2 or 3 laps after that one.
Yeah, try and look after the tyres and the fuel, and you'll probably know my strategy in a couple of laps.
Yeah, you've got DJ behind you, not too far away.
No, Dad's must have taken the pram out of it today. He's got
flash all lights, taking the baby seat out. Yeah. Shed some weight.
Alright, well, thanks for your time, Endo. Good luck.
Cheers, guys. No worries. Talk to you later.
Oh, Zoo's copped himself a penalty somewhere.
Yeah, 2 seconds.
And that's another change with GT7 versus GT Sport. Now in lobbies you have a set burn zone. It used to be that you could burn the penalty wherever and burn it in bits and pieces, and it was a rule of wheel to wheel that you had to burn the penalties straight away. Now the penalty stays with you, the whole penalty. You can't burn it anywhere, and until you get to the burn zone where it all burns in one go. So that is going to cost a lot of people a lot of time.
Yeah, that's definitely a welcome change, I think. It just takes any kind of guesswork or any kind of vague interpretation of the rule of burning penalties out of the equation. It's just a set line, and when you hit that line, you slow down. That's, you don't have a choice. So I think that's probably a fairly welcome change. I know it is from my point of view, anyway.
Yeah, from the stewards probably too.
Yeah, I would say so.
Sue's not having the best time of it out there tonight. There's a couple of fences with Subaru imprinted into them at the moment.
Yeah, some of these cars are looking worse for wear.
I was out on track earlier, so that's definitely the case. I left my mark around the track, 100%.
So everyone looks like they're sort of evenly spread out. Looks like the closest battle on track will have to be for first place with Ando, between Ando and DJ.
Yeah, there's fuel on those guys is looking the same, but there is a massive tyre wear difference between Ando and DJ.
We've got Broken Spoke coming up on Antichrist here too, about to give him a bit of a run for his money.
Oh, and Antichrist goes a little bit wide there. Broken Spoke takes a nice shallow line, gets a good run out of that corner.
Oh, big dive!
Oh. That was in the pike position with a triple twist.
Yeah. That was definitely an exciting braking manoeuvre there by Broken Spoke. He's come in very late, very hot, and got the thing pulled up. It was very well done.
Yep, I think there was a bit of... it helped a lot that Antichrist went a bit wide on that corner and left plenty of room, so...
Yeah.
Whether it was by accident or not, that's how it happened.
The guys in the body shop are going to be busy with Brutal's car at the end of this race.
That's a bit of a paint job.
It's definitely looking a bit worse for wear. And Antichrist's pristine white Evo.
Sorry. Yeah, we've got drivers into the pits with DJ and Squiddy diving in.
Definitely tyre related stops there, both coming in with more than 20 litres in the tank.
I certainly hope Squid doesn't treat his actual Evo that way. He is definitely missing a whole lot of blue paint on that thing, but being the boss man of Wheels to Wheel, he might be there on comms for us. You there, Squid?
I sure am. Good evening, gentlemen.
Mate, how are ya? How's the Evo going?
It's currently on jack stands in the garage, having been pulled apart at Christmas. It's missing a whole bunch of pieces, and it's just getting a bit of an overhaul.
Okay, so you're out here for nostalgia, is that what you're telling us?
Absolutely. I've taken the Tommy Mackinnon edition, which is available in GT7, and I've put an Evo 6 front bar on it so that it even looks like mine. The colour's right. It's got the wheels aren't quite right, but the colour of the wheels is right. And this is the car that I used for every possible cafe race that I could in the GT7 career mode. I used this car, including all the Group 3 races. So we've done some miles together.
You can feel the love.
So what are your thoughts on the WRX being an Evo guy?
Look, one of my old girlfriends used to own a WRX, and it was good fun to drive. But
is that why she's an old girlfriend, or?
It's one of many reasons. Yeah, held on to it. We're all right.
Yeah.
No, it's good to be lapping around here in these cars. It's good fun, and it's just something a little bit different, I guess.
And that looked like Viking up behind you, nose first into a fence then. So, and what do you think of GT7 so far, Squid? Your honest thoughts on it, being the wheel-to-wheel boss. I'm sure everyone out there is wanting to know your feelings.
There is a lot to love about GT7, and there is a lot yet to be improved upon. Guys were talking a little bit earlier, there's all it needed was a little bit more Control-C and Control-V and transferring across the code for the lobbies and the way the lobbies worked in GT Sport, which, we were hoping for some improvements at the end of GT Sport, and we wanted, some bigger lobbies and a few little changes to be made, but we'll take back exactly what we had in GT Sport in a heartbeat, because this just lacks the functionality that we need to run a league like Wheel to Wheel in the way that we're used to running it, and that's evidenced by by this evening's race. We're doing a formation lap followed by a rolling start instead of what we usually do with qualifying, because the functionality is not there yet.
Absolutely. And the physics of the games, how do you think the cars handle and the actual getting it around the track compared to GTS? Are you a fan, or
I'm a big fan.
Which do you prefer? Big fan?
I'm a very big fan. GT7, the physics and the way that the cars navigate the tracks and the conditions, I think are much more. I think they're much more realistic, but it's also more challenging. There's a lot less give in GT7, so you need to be a bit more on top of what's happening with the car to be able to get the most out of it, and I really value that.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad we got your thoughts. Thanks for your input.
Thanks very much, lads.
Yeah, no worries. Good luck tonight. While we were chatting to Squid, DJ has come out in front of... is in the lead now, because Ando did an extra 2 laps after DJ had pitted. So DJ was on fresh tyres and was able to put down some good laps and come out in front.
It's on the hard tyre as well. But
yeah, he's on the hard tyre, and Ando is on the soft, so different strategies playing out here, so it'd be interesting to see. I'm sure Ando being on the soft tyre will be able to catch DJ, but obviously probably not able to stay out as long as DJ on the hard tyre.
I think that DJ's undercutting because he stopped earlier and had less of a fuel fill.
It does have less fuel, yeah.
So.
Hold it in
I know
there,
DJ's in
DJ.
chat. Are you able to jump on chat, DJ, when you're ready?
How are we, gentlemen?
Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got
Yeah,
you.
We
got
can,
you loud and
we
clear.
can.
Beautiful.
We're just letting you get around the corner. Oh, like that.
Pucker
So,
up, Buttercup.
tell us, Stefko, the difference between hards and softs, is there much?
Chalk and cheese.
Chalk and cheese?
Yep.
Big time difference, or what do you reckon?
For the first maybe 3 laps on the hards, it's like driving on ice. And then after those 3 laps, they come alive. Lighter fuel load, or getting lighter, I should say. They just feel really, really good. Make them last a long time, depending on how aggressive your setup is.
So these being road cars, they're notoriously hard to wrestle around the tracks, harder than the race cars. How do you think that's going to translate to the race cars we usually use in wheel-to-wheel? Do you think the hards are going to be an optimum tyre?
I do. I think it's going to be a hard race. Or hard races. Let's put it that way. If you can make your hards last that tiny little bit longer, the way the softs are dropping off, I reckon, yeah, it'll be people will be opting for the hards a bit longer than the softs. That's for sure.
Very interesting.
And your first stop, DJ, was completely tyre related. I noticed you stopped with a fair bit of fuel in the tank still.
Not entirely, no. So I was going for the undercut on endo, because I can make my hard tyres last a very, very long time. So we'll see what happens.
See how
I'm
it shakes
doing
out.
fairly consistent laps minus my second last lap, where I had a little bit of an off at that stupid left-hander at the top of the hill. But yeah, if I can maintain this, we're in for a good result, fellas.
Sounds promising.
Yeah, you've got Ando coming up behind you pretty quickly.
Yes, I
Are
can
you
see
gonna,
that.
Are you going to try and block or just let him go?
We'll see when he gets here. I was thinking that as I jumped in the chat, but he is blisteringly fast. My pit crew actually told me that there was rumours about me taking the pram out. I've actually got it in there for rear ballast.
That's how you got the 100 kilos of ballast, was it?
Exactly.
The extra pram.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll let you go because you're going to have some company any time now.
Yep, done, fellas. Cheers.
I was half expecting it at that corner then.
Yeah, so Endo's right on the rear bumper of DJ now. You can see the difference in those tyres. Only took him two laps or 3 laps to catch DJ, who was out in front by about probably 3-4 seconds.
I'd almost imagine that Ando is going to have enough to shake him off up this straight, I'd imagine, if he gets a good exit out of this last corner, which he should with those softs.
Yeah, that tune that Endo's got cranking on that Evo's got extremely good top end speed.
Yeah, I think just by looking at the cars, I think DJ might have a better handling, a better tune for the handling, but not so much power, whereas Endo's got quite a bit of power there.
But I was shocked Ando got nowhere near him, even with slip on that straight. I was amazed.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Maybe he's saving a bit of fuel.
Might be.
Ando is a very smart driver, being a part of Rusty's 2-time championship winners in wheel-to-wheel. He knows what he's doing. He's might be here for shits and giggles tonight, but he still knows how to get around the track. So he might be just playing there, saving a bit of fuel and tyre.
Well, that's it. He was just short shifting there all the way up the hill. So yeah, I think he's just toying with DJ at the moment.
He's just going to tuck in there behind him and use that Evo to drag him around a little bit. I mean, there's no reason why he shouldn't. There's no one harassing them. There's no one, no one even anywhere near close to them. So he might as well.
It actually looks like they're not far away from some tail runners there. One's just gone into the pit, have they? No.
Yeah,
Zoo's just gone into the pit. Yep. So Zoo's going a lap down now. Oh.
Endo's got a good run coming up pretty fast, and makes the
There
dive
he
on the
goes.
brakes into turn 1.
Gigantic glowing disc brakes. Visuals are so good in this game. I know we've said that it has thrown up some problems for us, but it is looking very pretty. That is for sure.
Yep, absolutely. I wonder if Stefko is going to find the opportunity to throw out the snatch strap and get a tow around this track by Ando. Ando's getting away already by the look of it.
Oh, that won't help.
Oh.
Alright, I think as the race settles down, now that Endo is past TJ, and you expect Endo to build a gap being on soft tyres, we might take a minute to talk about Viper's podcast.
Viper's podcast?
They come out this weekend, this week, which is Driver's Journey, is that right? No, sorry, Finding Your Line.
Yeah, finding your line, a driver's journey. Yeah, so something I've been sort of mucking around with, well, not mucking around with, something I've been thinking about doing for a while is trying to highlight the the hidden, or not so much hidden, but the unrealized inspirations in racing and sim racing. There's an Antichrist just spun.
Yep.
There's a lot of guys floating around sim racing and racing in general that are just, when you hear their stories and you just can't help but be inspired by them. And we've got a couple of those guys in our league, and I thought it would just be a really good idea to give them a chance to sort of tell their stories and hopefully inspire some people and have a real positive influence. So, if you've got, it's 36 minutes is the first episode, so it's not a huge listen. So if you've got a spare half an hour, give it a listen and let us know what you think.
Yeah, you've listened to the first podcast, and you had Tombo on there this week, which amazing job. Where can you find the podcast? Where can we listen to it?
So at the moment it's live on Spotify, but it is going to be up on Google Podcast and iTunes in the next sort of few days. I've loaded it up onto them, but it takes a few days for the RSS feed to go live onto Google and onto iTunes. So, but you can find it on Spotify. It's you just have to need to search for it by its full name, and it'll come up. So, Finding Your Line, a Racer's Journey, and it'll pop up. Give it a like, give it a follow, so you get notified. Going to have Big Boss Man Squiddy on the show on the next show. So that'll be an interesting chat, talking about Wheel to Wheel and how to get involved and what's going on with the new season and with GT7. So we'll that'll be a fun chat.
Yeah, awesome. Can't wait for the next episode. I mean, I love listening to podcasts as I'm driving to work, so got another one to add to the list, which is great.
Yeah, no, it's definitely worth a listen. Tombo's certainly, he's not what you expect. So it's certainly a good listen. And if you don't know Tombo, it might be a bit surprising. So give it a listen.
Okay, well we've just had Ando and Stefco both have to move themselves through a few back markers. It's stretched them out a little. Ando's got a good lead right now. I don't know how their tyres are going, fellas. How are they looking? Tyres and fuel wise.
So DJ's going to have to come in this lap as he's flashing.
But he's not going to have to change tyres, I don't think. I think he might just do fuel.
Yeah, I think you are right there. Unless he wants to jump back onto the softs, which interesting
let's have a
to
look.
see.
See what happens. His tyres are looking very good.
Yeah, completely two different strategies here being played out between the two front runners, Ando and DJs.
Yep, pit crew's not touching the tyres.
No, fuel straight in.
Yep.
There you go, which honestly has been a bit of a strategy that a few people have run during the week of double stinting the hards, and the hards last the whole 2 stints. They don't feel dodgy at all. If you try and triple stint them, then yes, they start getting a bit slippery after a couple of laps into the triple stint, but double stinting those hards doesn't really affect the car that much at all, so not a bad move. We'll see how it goes against Ando.
Because Ando's got a quarter of a tank left, and he's got some severely worn front tyres.
So just jumping on with Zoo, he's hit the fence and he's got engine damage.
Steam coming out the front of that thing.
That's just from his ears.
Yeah, I think so.
And Zoo started off the week tremendously in that WRX. I've got to say, since he put that livery on, maybe we can blame the livery. Should have stayed with the charcoal black plain livery where it looked like a stealth machine. But if we're lucky, he may be in chat. I don't know. Is he still there? Zoo, are you around? Oh, he's around, all right.
Yeah. Sorry, Corbin. Yeah, I'm here.
How's it going out there, Zoo?
Oh, terrible, bro. I'm just just slapping around. I don't think I've made that corner once tonight, but anyways.
Just not feeling it in the Subi.
Yeah, you're showing some real pace practice.
Yeah, it should be quick, but it's push me luck. So, although my delta is really, really odd. Oh man, I'd take that corner flat all the time. Let's get some new tyres. So I'm not too sure. It still says I'm P6. My delta said I was 4th when I got lapped, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Yeah, I think the leaderboard's going off of fastest lap.
Brutal,
not
just
position.
wipes out on the main straight. Sorry guys, he had a bit of snap oversteer and totally pirouetted up the main straight.
And he's got engine damage in that thing as well, so that'll take a while to clear.
Sorry, Zoo, cutting me off there.
Yeah.
You're right, man. I'm just here for shits and giggles at this point.
Well, that's it. Just have a bit of fun. Try and enjoy yourself out there. That's what we're all here for, I guess.
Oh,
We've got our race leader coming into the pits. Be interested to see where DJ comes out in comparison to Ando.
I think he's going to be in front. He's coming around. Or maybe just.
Yeah, well, he's got to do tyres and fuel, so fuel's going in.
It's going to be very close.
So DJ coming around the second last corner now.
I think Ando's going to clear him.
Oh, and
Slowest
looks like
fuel rate ever.
CCH
Here comes
in front of
Ando now.
DJ's fishtailing down the straight. or is he just going to get past him? Ando covers the inside
Oh,
line. on the
nice
first corner.
cover.
DJ
Look at
going
that.
a bit
Oh,
deep.
no!
No!
He's out into the marbles. That's what I've noticed with that corner coming through there all week. Trying to overtake through that little S section. If you hit those marbles, you're a goner.
Yeah, it's that cambered section of road certainly doesn't hug you as nicely as it does in GT Sport, that's for sure.
Yeah, I think I can see Stefko through the front window there, reaching over to the back to grab that pram to throw it at Ando next time he passes. But
Get rid of,
honestly,
get rid of that
that
extra
was
ballast.
great racing by Ando then, done the way you have to do it and the way you'd want to do it as a racer is just cover off
just
that
park it on the
corner.
inside.
Yep, great job.
Yeah, man. If they're going to go past you, you got to make them go the long way around. That's how it works. So it's Ando's DJ's got some work to do now to.
Yeah, they're just going to try and get past Corbin here.
That helped.
Bump and run. Yep.
I
Thanks, Corbin.
think Corbin was slowing down to try and let DJ up the inside, and DJ just didn't read that, I think.
Well, come on. Corbin doesn't drive slow. He'll let us know. He lets us know all the time. Come on, Corbin. How are you driving out there? Straight into the pits. Let's go.
Driving slow, lads.
Slow. Not having a good night of it.
Oh, mate, the car's a handful. It's I don't want to call favoritism to the GT gods, but I do think the Evo's a little better. But for
Really?
personal reasons, I'd choose the WRX. So, but yeah, I did try to let TJ through, but unfortunately he obviously didn't have any kind of race IQ and couldn't realise that.
Just throwing the smack down early. I love it.
Maybe. Let's be real. Maybe he had the pram in his hands and he couldn't see out the front windshield.
He's redistributing the ballast. He was bringing the pram more towards the front to redistribute the ballast.
But overall, lads, it's a fun race. I love racing these cars, even though I'm not exactly at the pace I wish I was. But I feel like racing road cars, I think, is an untapped thing on this that we've done on this game. So I'm thoroughly enjoying this.
Yeah, I don't disagree with you, Corbin. They are fun. I've had a ball in these things this week. They are not easy to get around and they're not easy to tune. If I could pay someone to give me a tuned car that it will stick to the road like shit to a blanket, that would be awesome. But in these cars, it's not going to happen. So you do have to wrestle them around. It does take a bit of your sanity trying to get these cars around the track and a lot of concentration. But fun nonetheless.
100% agree.
How have you gone in it, Viper? Have you been racing in these things this week? What would you prefer? Was it the Evo or the Subaru for you?
I didn't really do much in the Evo. Actually, I was kind of counting on the Subaru. I've driven the Subaru a little bit in the past, and but you know, in GT Sport, and I was kind of counting on that being similar, but it's not. It's not similar in any way, shape or form. So that was a pipe dream. I was doing the little sneaky loophole in the rules where I was using the Group B road car. Which is, not really a road car, but it says road car in the title, so it's a road car. And it didn't help me at all because I was just really slow. But yeah, you're right, it's a heap of fun, and it's certainly a huge difference to what we've done in the last couple of seasons of wheel to wheel. So it's definitely good to get out there and do something different and try something different. in the long run, it can only make things better. You know, the more different things we try, you know, the more we figure out what works and what doesn't, and it's only going to make better.
Yeah, absolutely. We do actually have Brutal coming up onto Broken Spoke at the moment. They're having a little bit of a stoush back there. It said,
You've
commentator's curse.
You've CC'd him.
Brutal has been championing this race all week. Every time we have a practice he's been on, he's been blitzing it. He's been cooking the times. I think he was, had the fastest in quali for half a lap until Ando blitzed him again. But he has been, he's been right on the money all week. Brutal, are you there still?
Yeah, mate, I'm here.
Here he is. How's it going out there for you tonight?
Oh, mate, cold tyres on that formation lap, eh? Just killed it. I think I spun it 3 times in the first 2 laps.
Wow.
You
And
noticed that your paintwork's looking a bit second-hand there, mate. You're going to visit the auto body store after the race?
Yeah, well, I'll have to get a sponsor on board there, I think. But going well now. But she was hard. Those cold tyres the first few laps, it really caught me out.
DJ's had a moment there because he was just sitting in the middle of the track as oil come past.
Handed it over to Oil. Now he's going to use a bit of that slip to save some fuel. Okay, Brutal. Well, thanks for that anyway. Hopefully we'll catch up with you before the race is over.
Yeah, no worries, guys. Thank you.
So I'm not sure, was Oil still in the lead lap? Does that put Oil into second at the moment?
No, I don't think so. I think he got lapped when in the first stint.
I think Oil's on the lead lap. It says he's flashing lap 24. If you look at his timing on the right-hand side, he's on 24 and Ando's on 24. Let's go through and see who's on 23 here.
Brutal's on 23, Zoo's on 22, Squiddy's on 24, CS Packer's on 23, Broken. He is.
Maybe we can get a word from DJ. Let us know what happened there because we just missed it.
Hey, fellas.
Hey, mate. What happened back there?
Well, the corner I'm coming up to now killed me yet again. As it's trying to do now.
Very, very easy corner to do. Put tyres on the grass there. It's so easy to loop it around.
Yeah, and I've got pretty much the stock car. I've kept it in the sleeper sort of feel. Probably shouldn't have done that, but hey, it is what it is. It's doing me okay at the moment. So see how I can fare up.
Well, I think
so you noticed that you double.
You're right.
Sorry,
go
ahead.
No, go for it.
We see that you're double stinting the hards. Are you planning on triple stinting them or just double stinting them?
I was thinking about it, but I'm still thinking about it. Let's put it that way. I did
Strategy
2 identical.
Is evolving.
Yeah, well, I did 2 identical times in both strategies where I triple stinted and double stinted. So yeah, it's a tough one on what to do, but maybe it could just be a fuel race for me.
And you are in position at the moment with Oil as well by the look of it. So Oil's in second and you're in third with Ando into next year. So
yeah, gotta try and figure something out there.
Maybe find some super softs.
I could try, or I could maybe triple stint. We'll see how we go.
Okay, well, we're not far away. You got what, about 11 laps left. We're on lap 25, so you got two stints left in you to decide what to do.
Yeah, I've still got to decide that one. We'll see you next pit stop, which will be in a couple of laps by the look of it.
Sweet.
Talk to you guys soon, I suppose.
Yeah, thanks, DJ. Do we have oil in chat? He's flashing his lights. That might mean no.
That means I'm concentrating, bugger off and leave me alone. That was a quick Morse code.
Yeah, I'm definitely one that can't talk and race at the same time, so I know how that feels. Know how he's feeling.
I'll tell you, we haven't had a chat, and it's quite scary to actually chat to this fella. The most well-spoken man in all of Wheel to Wheel, Viking, or as we're seeing him on screen as Breezy, who's just cruising into the pits now. Viking, are you there, buddy?
Good evening, all. This is Breezy here.
It's Breezy. Sorry, mate. Old habits die hard.
Viking, everyone knows me as Dodgy. G'day.
How are you, mate? You've gone all out with that livery on there, Breezy. You've got every wheel-to-wheel sponsor that's ever been on that thing, I think.
Yeah, that's what Tombo put up as our sponsors for the coming season. So I decided to do a car with all the sponsors' name on it. Yeah.
Great job. How are you going in there?
Doesn't seem to be helping. Me, I'm struggling to tell you the truth. Yeah.
Struggling, bit hard to manage that Evo around the track.
It is. I'm quite enjoying the race though. Here's someone coming up behind me.
That's Ando.
That's that, yeah. Ando, yeah.
Ando. Yeah. So, it's still interesting. I quite like the tuning and the alterations of the behaviour of the cars with what you can achieve. I dropped the front sway bar 1 point and went straight over 700 pp and thought, well, that's not an option, So the PP does restrict you a little bit on what adjustments can be made. As you know, I'm one that says let the fuel and the tyres dictate the restrictions and go all out on any settings and horsepower.
I'm sorry, what was that, Viking? I missed that. What did you say? Something about fuel and tyres?
Yeah, you were waiting for it, weren't you, Dodgy?
That's only about the 10th time this week, Viking, I understand. Sorry, Breezy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, whatever.
So, what are your thoughts at the moment on GT7? You're been around GT Sport and Wheel to Wheel for a couple of seasons now. How's the new one treating you?
I'm enjoying it. I really wish the lobbies were a lot better, as all of us are. But the dynamics, the car dynamics and the handling, I think is a little bit more realistic than GT Sport. You can't. It'll go sideways, and you can drive them sideways. I feel. I think Stefko was saying he's struggling with that aspect of it. But with throttle and counter steering, you seem to be able to drive out of it all right.
Yes, you can gather them up a bit better.
Yeah, but they also step out more realistically too. I feel these things do snap oversteer though, don't they? God, that makes it hard work, doesn't it?
Absolutely. The race cars not so much, the road cars a hell of a lot.
Yeah, I haven't bought many road cars, race cars I should say. I'm waiting to see what happens with Wheel to Wheel before I go parting with any of my hard-earned credits.
And that's why we're all here, to try and work out how we can attack it better.
Yeah.
Okay, well thanks for that, Viking. Hopefully you survived to the end of the race. It looks like we just unfortunately lost Zoo due to a network disconnection. So we're one short. Gives you less traffic.
That brings me up one place.
Corbin side by side.
See you guys.
See you, mate.
Thanks, Viking.
Oh, big
Yeah, you got
dive, big
Jonesy.
dive.
Jones is on the inside here.
Tries for the switchback.
Yeah, they're racing for position, but looks like Corbin's going to have to come in at the end of this lap. Looks like he wants to be in front of him, in front of Jonesy when he does that.
Oh, 2x2 around that corner is no mean feat. That's not an easy corner to do that on.
Tucks back in. Slipstream up the hill.
He's looking for the dive.
And big dive under brakes.
Yeah, it almost looks like that. Oh, no, Jonesy's just nosed it in.
Jonesy got hung up. Yeah. So easy to do that there, get that hung up on that inside wall.
It actually looked to me like there might be two completely different tunes in that car. Corbin seemed to have a bit more power. So he'd catch Jonesy pretty easy in those little straights.
Yeah, our leader is just coming out of the pits now. I think that'll be his last stop, so he should be able to go to the end, I believe.
On his hards?
Yeah, he's come out
Chuck
on
the
hard
hards
tyres.
DJ's stopped and he's triple stinted the tyres.
So he'll also be going to the end, I believe.
Yep.
And where's Oil? Oil looks like he'll definitely need to come in and at least grab fuel. He might double stint his tyres. So I think the race is on for second between Earl and DJ, and looks like Ando, as long as he doesn't make any mistakes, is solidified first position.
Okay. Sorry, fellas. So Sefco, we've got him coming up behind Packer at the moment. He's got a bit of a gap to catch up, but I'm sure he will pretty quick. Stefco's on lap 29.
Yeah, we're just saying, I think the race is on for second here between DJ and Oil, because Oil does have to stop again, at least for fuel, where DJ is probably fueled to the end.
Yeah, we are inside that last stint, definitely. Corbin's also on the final lap as well, on the same lap number as well. We got who's a lap down?
Viking.
Packers down.
Yeah, Brutal. So DJ's just clicking over.
Got Oil coming up on the back of Squid. I believe it's CS Packer in front of Squid, so he'll need to get past these guys. Hopefully not be held up too long.
What have we got? Breezy in front of Squid.
Blue flag there for Viking.
Yeah, I must admit, good old GT7 has done us no favours with these lobbies trying to work out who's where.
Yeah.
Racking my brain trying to figure this out, but yeah.
They certainly haven't made it any easier for commentary purposes, that's for certain.
So we've managed to get Squid and Oil past Breezy now, so Squid must be a lap down on Oil, is he? Yeah, Squid's a lap down.
Yeah.
So we'll have some blue flags when he gets up close there too.
Oh, Jonesy's off onto the grass again.
Jonesy sporting a 13R number plate on that thing. He is the team owner of 13R for Wheel to Wheel, and
yep. So it looks like Broken Spoke has parked it in the pit lane.
He did mention he may not be able to make it for the whole race tonight, so if he's not coming out, he's had to duck off.
Yep. Looks like that's the case. Packer is in for his last stop.
I was going to say, should we run through the drivers and get a quick word before the end of the race?
Go for it.
Ando out in front, if you've got a minute.
Hey guys.
Hey,
mate.
how's it going out there in clean air territory?
Yeah, not bad. Race has sort of come my way. It's just played out the way I envisaged it would, so happy with that.
Yeah, you raced well tonight, no mistakes, just kept it clean, and yeah, it looks like the strategy has paid off.
Yeah, I basically based my strategy around being able to look after the softs, and it's sort of paid off for me.
So what did you actually do, Ando? Are you allowed to divulge that information now? What was the strat?
Yeah, just trying to stay in the 42s on softs, and I've done 3 stints on those.
Yep.
And finishing off with 8 laps on the hards.
Awesome.
Saving fuel where I can, but pretty much going flat out, because the fuel saving to do a 2-stopper, although it was close, was ultimately just a little bit slower in my calculations.
There you go. Well, you've pulled it off.
And we did notice he had a great little park on the apex coming out of the pit lane to keep the undercut from happening. That was a great racing move there. We all
thanks for the heads up on that one, guys. I hope I cleared the dotted line before I pulled over and made my intentions clear to DJ, so I believe it was all above board what I did.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, it was just a really good move to just take that inside and make your opponent go around the long way around if you wanted to. So
the outside of that corner is not fun, so
no.
I just thought I'd say no, you can have that, DJ. Good luck.
Alright, we might get a word from DJ in 3rd place, if you have a moment, DJ.
Hello again, fellas.
Hello.
Hello.
How's that
this,
pram?
Last few stints going?
It's not too bad. Pram ballast didn't quite work out. That left-hander at the top of the hill has claimed me twice now. But other than that, I'm just cruising now. Just trying to keep it out of this wall. Yeah, that's scary, that one. But no, it's good. Ando's move was very fair. It is very sketchy on the outside of that corner. I had never actually done an overtake around there before, so it just killed me. And partly killed the tyres as well, so shit happens.
You still haven't done one around there, mate.
Sorry?
You still haven't done one around there, but anyway, keep trying. Sorry, I can resist.
No, that's alright. That's alright. You can have the win. The league hasn't started yet. I'll send you off to the stewards.
You got any remarks for Corbin about his remark of a low racing IQ?
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, he can have that. You can have that. At the end of the day, the results speak for himself. So, no. In all fairness, I didn't realise he was letting me through. I thought you have to get off the racing line when you're letting someone through. But hey, I've got the low racing IQ. Love you, Corbin.
Yeah, Corbin's car's looking worse for wear, that's for sure.
It looks like he's been through a rally.
Grey. Yeah. We got Corbin on chat. Any last words before the end of the race?
I would have been a position higher in front of Jonesy, but out of this long-winded left-hander, I just caught the start of a guardrail and it flipped me around, which was a bit annoying, but Overall, the cars have kind of come to me a little bit over the race. I've got the 3rd fastest lap time, which, while I'm not exactly anywhere near the front of this race, at least I have some kind of 1 lap pace. Better than what I was the other night in quali, where I was like 3 seconds off the pace, so I'm happy. I've loved driving these cars, and kind of my kind of appetite for doing this kind of stuff more often, I feel like it's growing a little. I thoroughly enjoy driving and just messing around with tunes and going the wrong way.
Yeah, nothing like tuning it to a standstill there, Corbin.
Oh, mate, you start detuning the car, mate. If it wasn't for Zoo, mate, I'd be much slower, so...
Awesome.
But it's all part of the game.
Maybe we can get a word from Squid. You there, mate?
G'day, lads.
How have you found the race this evening?
Look, I'm confused.
We've lost you.
Are you guys there? Can you hear me?
Yeah, nah, you've switched over again.
Only just.
How about now?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, cool. So, my dog decided that she was going to walk on the controller at that moment. So, I'm holding the controller, driving one-handed. Anyway, what's the lead lap right now? Is it 34 or 35?
35.
Cool.
So yes, you are a lap down.
Cool. No, my whole thing was to get out here in a bit of an older and mature Evo. Probably the only Evo on track at the moment, I might add, and show these blokes how it's done in a 24-year-old car.
And it hasn't really worked, has it?
No, not at all. I have evidently struggled, and I've had a hell of a lot of fun doing it. Oh God, this is really hard to do one-handed. I have so much more respect for the guys racing on controller, and oh God, this is terrible.
Yeah, that hurt. Well, I heard you were used to it one-handed in the Evo. Isn't that how the Evo drivers drive? The full lock, one hand out the window, and tyre smoke everywhere?
Well, I don't know about tyre smoke, but I mean,
it's more like clutch smoke.
You gotta lay your seat right back.
Well, we better get through it. We're almost up to the final lap now, by the look of it. Ando's gonna be coming on to the final lap very shortly.
Well, I hope he is, because I'm on lap 30. Oh, it's 36 laps.
It is.
Just starting the last lap now.
Sorry to butt in, it's 36 laps.
Yeah, I'll just get back in my box now, guys. Cheers.
So we've got Ando there, and is Oil still the closest behind Ando on the lap?
He is, yeah. Do we remember where Oil started in the race?
He was behind Zoo, so he started from 4th.
Okay. Did he quali though?
He did, yes. Oil was in quali last night. Yeah. He qualied 6th, but we had a couple of dropouts which brought him up to... he actually might have been behind Stefko in 6th. Because Brutal started. Showman wasn't here.
Well, either way, he's done a really good job to take out... Well, it looks like he'll be taking out 2nd place here. Because he's not too far from Ando. So he's done a good job here tonight.
Can't see Dejo anywhere near them.
Oh, Ando's going for the overtake on Brutal.
Moving past Brutal.
Yeah, Ando's coming to the last corner of the last lap.
Here we
He's done everything right tonight, kept it on track. Brilliant drive by Ando. Came past that finish line to take the win.
Well done, sir. And here comes Oil just onto the straight now. He's not that far behind. Well done, Oil. Been pretty silent back there. We haven't heard from you. And Stefko's in third. He's just hitting that straight before the second to last corner. Who have we got after Stefko? Jonesy for being back there. He does hold the third fastest lap of the night.
No, he's just looped it. He's just looped it. And Corbin's going to get past him.
I'm not. I'm out of fuel.
Didn't that happen the other day, Corbin?
Yes.
So,
I thought it was 35 laps.
Jonesy's going to push you.
You're a gentleman, Jonesy.
Is Packer on is he finishing in position or out of position there for Packer?
I think he's a lap down. He's on lap 35.
Yeah.
Yep.
Brutal's on the last lap.
All the guys there nicely parked up in the...
There we go. Jonesy to finish off and Corbin. So those guys are just going to park off. We got Brutal and Squid back there. So Brutal's the next, just coming around now.
Yeah.
And it sounds like Squid might have had a bit of a moment.
4-6.
So that's Brutal through.
And Packer
Squid's out
and
of
then
fuel.
Viking.
Squid's out of fuel. Packer's just coming past the church. I think Vikings parked up early into the wall. So yeah, that is it, fellas. Other than where's Packer disappeared to? I've lost him.
He's coming up the hill at the moment.
I missed my keyboard. Come on, Polyphony. Let's get the keyboard functions back. It's a lot easier than a controller. So, and is that Oil's just parking up and letting Packer pass? I haven't heard much from Packer tonight. Are you in the chat at all, Packer?
Yeah, guys, yeah.
How'd you go tonight, mate? Obviously, it's a bit of a tough run with not much practice in these things, but how did it feel?
Well, put it this way, it's a pretty lonely race, and I only got in this car today.
Yeah, well,
no practice whatsoever.
Awesome. Well, now your race is done, so you've done a great job, because I know with no practice, they are as hard as buggery to try and control. As everyone... everyone now going sick and trying to get rid of what tyres they have.
4-wheel donut. Oh, I just punted.
So yes, well, fellas, we had Ando,
Smash up derbies.
Ando and Oil, wasn't it, and Stefko for our podium tonight. So the bragging rights for this one go to Ando, hands down. I don't think anyone else was even getting a sniff of that guy tonight. So congratulations, Ando, well done. Great job of showing us how to do it in GT7.
Thanks, guys. Had fun. It was good fun working the car out throughout the week.
Awesome. On that note, I think we've heard from all the drivers, so stay tuned. We are going to have another test race either during the week or this weekend in GR3s, hopefully. I don't expect any improvement from Polyphony with our lobbies, so it's going to be a tricky one, but we are going to do a sprint, not an enduro, so hopefully they will work for us. Adam, I'll leave it to you to throw us out.
Yeah, thanks for joining us tonight, everyone. Thanks to all the drivers putting up with all the issues we've had tonight. Yeah, we've tried our best to get some content out for our viewers. If you're looking to join a league, check us out on Facebook, Will2Will Racing. I'd like to thank Viper's Fang for joining me in the commentary box tonight, and Dodgy for doing the visuals. So on that note, good night.
Cheers, lads. Thanks, drivers.
Good night.
Welcome, mate.